The San Antonio Spurs are no strangers to generational talent. Over the years, they've been home to some of the most iconic players in NBA history. Tim Duncan, the Big Fundamental, and David Robinson, the Admiral, have left indelible marks on the franchise. Now the torch is being passed to Victor Wembanyama. The French phenom has arrived, bringing with him a wave of excitement not seen in these parts for a decade. Fans are buzzing with anticipation, eager to see what the future holds. But even with Wembanyama's immense potential, the Spurs are a young team in a loaded Western Conference. The road ahead is challenging, and the competition is fierce. To truly compete for titles, they'll need to surround their young star with the right pieces. Enter Jimmy Butler, a seasoned veteran with a proven track record. Rumors are swirling that the Spurs are targeting the Miami Heat's all-star forward. Such a move could be a game-changer for the franchise. It's a move that would instantly inject experience, toughness, and championship pedigree into a team desperate for all three. Butler's presence could elevate the entire squad. Butler, a six-time All-Star and NBA Finals veteran, is exactly the kind of player who can help Wembanyama navigate the pressures of superstardom. His leadership on and off the court is invaluable. He's been there, done that, and has the rings to prove it. With Butler's guidance, the Spurs could be on the brink of a new golden era. The Spurs aren't the only team interested in Butler's services. The entire league is buzzing with speculation and anticipation. Teams are weighing their options, strategizing behind closed doors, and preparing their best offers. Butler's talent and leadership are highly sought after, and it's no surprise that multiple franchises are ready to make a move. The Oklahoma City Thunder, armed with a treasure chest of draft picks, are reportedly ready to make a move. Their front office sees Butler as a key piece to accelerate their rebuild. With a plethora of young talent and future picks, they have the assets to make a compelling offer. The Los Angeles Lakers, always in the hunt for established stars, are lurking as well. Known for their aggressive pursuit of top-tier talent, the Lakers see Butler as a perfect fit alongside their current roster. Their championship aspirations make them a serious contender in this race. This is a bidding war in the making, and the price tag for Butler is only going up. As more teams enter the fray, the competition intensifies, driving up the stakes. Every franchise involved knows that acquiring Butler could be a game-changer. The Heat, while reportedly open to moving Butler, are in no rush to make a deal. They know his value. They know his impact. Miami's front office is playing it smart, waiting for the best possible offer. They understand that Butler's presence on the court and in the locker room is invaluable, and they'll want a king's ransom in return. The Heat are well aware that Butler's departure would leave a significant void, and they intend to maximize their return. They are looking for a combination of high-value assets that can help them remain competitive. For the Spurs, prying Butler away from Miami will require a combination of young assets and draft capital that could shape their franchise for years to come. They are prepared to offer a package that includes promising young players and valuable draft picks, hoping to secure a deal that will elevate their team to new heights. On the surface, Butler and the Spurs seem like a match made in basketball heaven. San Antonio needs a go-to scorer, a defensive stopper, and a veteran leader. Butler checks all those boxes. He's a proven winner who elevates every team he joins. In Miami, he led a ragtag group of overachievers to the NBA Finals. Imagine what he could do alongside a talent like Wembanyama. Moreover, Butler's arrival would allow Wembanyama to develop at his own pace. There would be no pressure to be the guy from day one. Butler can shoulder the offensive load while Wembanyama adjusts to the speed and physicality of the NBA. It's a partnership that could benefit both players immensely. Section 4. The price of a championship pedigree. Acquiring a player of Butler's caliber won't be cheap. The Spurs are looking to make a significant move, and bringing in a player like Butler could be the game-changer they need. The Spurs would likely have to part with a package centered around promising young guard Trey Jones, sharpshooter Devin Vassell, and potentially multiple future draft picks. This is a hefty price, but the potential rewards could be immense. Draft picks are the lifeblood of a rebuilding team, and parting with them is always a gamble. However, the Spurs front office might see this as a necessary risk to bring in a proven star. It's a steep price to pay, but one that Spurs GM Brian Wright might be willing to meet, if it means accelerating the team's timeline back to contention. The Spurs have a history of making bold moves, and this could be another chapter in their storied legacy. The risk, of course, is that Butler, who will turn 35 next season, is nearing the end of his prime. His age is a factor that cannot be ignored, and it brings a level of uncertainty to the table. His best years might be behind him, yet his experience and leadership could be invaluable to a young team looking to make a mark. But even a slightly diminished Butler is still a significant upgrade for the Spurs. His presence on the court and in the locker room could elevate the entire team. He's a culture changer, a tone setter, and the type of player who can help Wembanyama reach his full potential. Butler's work ethic and determination are contagious, and they could inspire the next generation of Spurs players. Bringing in Butler could be the catalyst that propels the Spurs back into the upper echelon of the NBA. It's a gamble, but one that could pay off in a big way. Section 5, a new Big Three in Texas. The thought of Wembanyama learning from a veteran like Butler is tantalizing. Add in the scoring punch of Keldon Johnson, and suddenly the Spurs have the makings of a new Big Three in the Lone Star State. It's a long shot to be sure, but in the NBA anything is possible. The trade deadline is still months away, but the rumors are already swirling. The Spurs are in the mix for one of the league's most impactful players. The Wembanyama era has just begun, and the future in San Antonio is brighter than it's been in years.